back to our YouTube channel Active English India. My name is Purva Sharma and this class will show you the basic knowledge of English grammar. Okay, so we're going to start from basics, and those of you who want to prepare for IELTS or any other competitive exams, these series will be really helpful because they're going to make your base very strong. Okay, so let us start with today's video. The topic is basic English and we're going to cover very first topic, that is parts of speech. Okay, so what do you mean by parts of speech? First let us understand that. So speech means to speak. Okay, so whatever things, whatever rules, whatever parameters are used to speak come under parts of speech, right? So English grammar has 8 parts of speech, and you can see them in these blue bubbles. I've already written them on the board, and we're going to cover each of them in separate video. So first is noun, second is pronouns, verbs, tenses, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions and conjunctions. Understood? Now you must be thinking that, oh, this is nothing new, we already know. Noun we studied from class 1, and each of these come in higher grades when we used to study in school. So now why do we need to study them now? See, what happens is when we grow up, we tend to forget basic rules, and to make the base strong you need to start from the very beginning, that is nouns. So I'm going to quickly brush up whatever we have already studied about nouns, and those of you who want to study from the beginning, it will be really helpful for you. Okay, so let's start now. So basically, what does noun means? What is a noun? Noun is a naming word. In short, just remember one thing, naming word. Okay, so whatever you come across in your daily life is a noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, animal, thing. We have studied till thing in our school, and most of us still think that noun only belongs to these 4 categories. Okay, but as we grow up, we have to also understand that noun is also a name of an abstract idea. What is an abstract idea? Abstract idea is a feeling. Okay, it is a kind of an emotion that people come through in daily life. Okay, for example, happiness, sorrowness, anger, sympathy and kindness, all these emotions or qualities that a person has is called the abstract idea. Understood? So till now, noun is a naming word, name of a person, place, animal, thing or an abstract idea. Let's see some examples. Name of a person, Purnima, or maybe Purva, or maybe Amit or Aman, anybody. Then name of a place, Australia, New Delhi, Rajiv Chowk, all these are places. Any small place, any small name, any small country comes under noun. Name of an animal, elephant, monkeys, lizards, anything. Okay. Then name of a thing, table, chair, blackboard, whiteboard, marker, chalk, everything. And abstract thing, joy, sad, angry, furious, all these kinds of emotions. Okay, so all these things come under noun. Now noun is divided into 2 categories. There are 2 kinds of noun that you certainly come across. First is common and second is proper. Okay, common noun, as the word suggests, something which is very common in its nature. Okay, a common name which is given to a same kind or same class, right? For example, boys, girls, okay, or a boy or a girl or a school, bus, theatre, movie, actor, actress, all these are what? They are of same kind but they are common. Okay, we talk about them collectively. So these are common nouns. Proper nouns are what? Proper nouns are names given to a particular person, a particular place, particular animal or particular thing or an emotion. Understood? And the only difference between them is that you always start the proper noun with a capital letter. So the beginning will always be in capital. For example, Chennai. Okay, place may be anything. Okay, destination may be anything, but we're talking about Chennai. So here C is written in capital, right? Then Narendra Modi. We all know who is Narendra Modi. He is a very important personality all over the world, right? So N capital, M capital. Mount Everest, M capital, E capital, right? Your name also. Your name is also a proper noun. My name is also a proper noun. That is why we always use initials in capitals. For example, my name is Purva Sharma. So P capital and S capital. Understood? So anything which is particular in nature is a proper noun, and anything which is common in nature is a common noun. And I have also written the definition of abstract noun, that it is the name of a quality. Example, kindness, honesty, anger. So this was all about nouns. It was a very short and a very crisp video, and since we use it in we use nouns a lot of time in our daily lives also, we should be aware. Okay, we use nouns in our sentences. Sometimes we use it as a subject, sometimes as an object or a complement. Okay, so you use nouns daily, but you should be aware of what you're using. Okay, and okay guys, so moving on further with usage of nouns. First we have to study that how many kinds of nouns are there and how do you classify them. Okay, then I will move on to usage of nouns. So as you can see here, I have written that nouns are classified into many categories. So first is collective nouns. So collective nouns means, by the word only you can understand collective means together. Okay, so something which is very collective in nature, for example any group, any class, and you know such kind of things which are collective in nature. For example, maybe you can say an army, okay, a jury, a faculty, all these are collective nouns. Then there are countable nouns. Countable nouns are those nouns which can be counted. Okay, you can count their heads, you can count their number. For example, car, bike, girls, boys. Okay, all these are countable nouns. Then we come on to uncountable. Uncountable nouns are which cannot be counted. For example, oil, sand, something which cannot be counted. You can only measure them in quantity, right? Or sand, soil, all these things which are abundant and you cannot separately count them come under uncountable nouns. Now based on gender, there are 4 kinds of nouns. Okay, 4 kinds of nouns classification. First is masculine, second is feminine, third is common, and fourth is neuter or neutral. Understood? Masculine refers to the male of a species. Any species which corresponds to the male. For example, lion, boy, okay, man, or bachelor. All these are masculine nouns. Feminine nouns refer to the female of any species. For example, lioness, actress, women, girl, etc. Common noun refers to either of one kind of a noun. For example, parent, child. It could refer to anyone. It could refer to male also as well as female also. For example, my parents, you can correspond to anybody, your father also or your mother also, or child also. I have a child. Child could be male also and female also. Neighbors, neighbor could be male also or female also. And on the basis of number, there are 2 nouns. First is singular and another one is plural. So by singular you mean only one, okay, one in kind, and plural means more than one. Understood? These classifications are very important because based on these classifications you use the nouns correctly. Now what kind of usage is there? There are some rules, okay. 3 of them I have written here. Now we are coming on to usage. The first rule is that you cannot use singular countable nouns alone. Okay, इसका मतलब क्या है? Singular countable nouns क्या होते हैं? जैसे कि I went to see play. Is this sentence sounding correct to you? Is there something missing in it? Yes, there is something missing in it. What is missing? Connectors are missing. The, my. Okay, so singular countable nouns cannot be used alone. You have to put some connectors between them. So I went to see a play or the play. You can use any of them. Okay, I went to see a or the play. Girl was sitting on chair. Obviously this is grammatically incorrect. Why? Because girl is singular and chair is singular, and the rule says that you cannot use singular countable nouns alone, right? So you're gonna put a girl, right? A girl was sitting on a chair or the chair, any of it. So in any sentence, to put the grammar correctly, you must always identify the kind of noun, whether is it singular, countable, uncountable, plural, and then we come on to the usage. Okay, so right now I've told you that singular countable nouns cannot be used alone. Second is, but you can use plural countable nouns alone. Okay, singular को हम अकेले यूज नहीं करते हैं, किसको यूज करते हैं? Plural countable nouns. Plural countable nouns, for example, girl, girls, right? So girls are singing. This is perfectly in according to the grammar rules. This sentence is perfectly all right. Okay, you can use the sentence alone. Girls are singing. Okay, teachers are sitting on chairs. Okay, this is also perfectly correct. Why? Because teachers, this is a plural noun, and chairs, this is a plural noun and countable noun. Understood? You can count number of teachers also, and you can count number of chairs also. So that is why we don't need any connector with these nouns. Third is, you can use uncountable nouns alone. Okay, uncountable nouns. Those nouns which cannot be counted. Coming back to this thing, uncountable nouns are which are measured in quantity. Oil, sand, soil, oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, all these things which cannot be counted. Okay, so for example, we cannot separate oil from salt. Okay, oil is what? It is uncountable, and this is also uncountable noun, right? We cannot measure, we cannot count oil, and we cannot count salt. So we can use it without any connectors. Plants give oxygen. Okay, so oxygen is uncountable. So we don't need to prefix anything before uncountable nouns. We can use them alone. Okay, so today we have learned three things, three usage of nouns. First was about singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, singular countable nouns को आपको अकेले use नहीं करना है, उनके पहले आपको you have to prefix what? A, the, my, etc. Plural countable nouns आप alone use कर सकते हो. You can use it without any of these connectors that I have written above. And uncountable nouns, हमेशा you have to use it like that only. Those nouns which cannot be counted but only measured, you use them without any connectors. Understood? So these are few words which I have written. Okay, you can pause the video and you can have a look at this bubble where I have written a few words, and your homework will be to identify what kind of a noun is it. Okay, whether is it singular, plural, countable, uncountable, and I am going to discuss this exercise in my next video before starting with pronouns. Okay, so I hope the usage of nouns is clear in your head. That is because of the usage only I was explaining nouns in details. There are many uses of nouns. We are going to discuss it in advanced level because in basic we need to make these concepts clear. Okay, so for next video please stay tuned to our channel, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.